And we are back. Last time, I did a whole bunch of quests in Facade. This time, I caught all the shit I needed. I caught the 5 sharks. I bought way too much bait for it, so now I just have a lot of sardines in my pocket somewhere. And all I need to do now is get a couple more mushrooms, which I can do from just right here. There you go. So fun fact.
Thanks for your business.
I forgot to save at the end of last video, so I had to essentially replay the last 3 episodes I made. I'm fairly certain I had to go back to Facade and talk to all those people and find all the missing children again. So some things might be slightly different, but it wasn't that hard. Anyway, I got all the stuff I needed. And didn't I make a bet didn't I make a bet that by my quest completion would it be at 50% even? Let's see if that's actually true.
I found your ingredients.
There you go.
Fantastic. Let's see how this tastes.
Mushrooms, rice, and shark fins? I've never had shark before, but it sounds delicious. Aren't you not supposed to be eating shark fin for some reason? Because it's like bad for the environment? Probably.
Okay, here you are. Go ahead. Let me know what you think.
I will.
Here goes.
Well?
This is fantastic. I've never had anything like it.
Don't you mean fantastic?
Splendid. In that case, we have a new special. Maybe I'll even name it after you. Oh, and here's some payment. Thanks again.
The Nier death soup. 5,000. Well, that's our quest book. Officially cleared out. 49! Well, I guess now I have to, start completing the more of the main quest. So let's head back to Popola and see what she needs of us. The last story-related thing that happened to us was how in our dreams, somebody was speaking to us and told us to go to the Forest of Dreams? Something like that. So let's go to Popola and tell her all about it and see where we go next. Ow! Ah, ice on the road. I do want to know when. Ow. I do want to know when I will be going to that manor. It's been a while since I've recorded. About a week again. It's usually about a week in between my recordings. Because, yeah. Alright, I thought that child was just frozen.
Black squalls in our village now.
I thought that child was just, frozen, just standing still in the middle of the road. But then she started walking, and now everything is fine. Do you have anything to say?
There's no better sight than...
You've already said that. All right, let's get up there. You know, there are stairs right here. You could just take these. Much faster. All right. Hello. Hi, loading screen, Yona. Hey, guess who's back? It's me.
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
What about it? Now's a bad time to start yawning. Okay. Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing in hopes of bringing to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream. What? The village? What? I feel like I read that entire thing wrong. A certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream the Village. I was hoping I might beat Dream able to get your advice, Dream, on the matter. Recently, there have been dream reports, dream of a certain dream of dream, evil, dream, empty, dream, curse, dream, evil, dream, and dream, someone, dream. Yeah, I think that's a problem.
That is certainly one bizarre piece of writing.
I don't think it's gonna be getting no best-selling awards.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth.
That's the one.
It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people. Something like this is very out of character for them. I have a bad feeling about this.
Okay, Han.
I'll check it out.
You will? But...
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
Oh, well, alright. Thank you.
No problem. I needed something to do anyway. I'm all out of quests. Alright, Forest of Myth. Then we'll dream a seat, dream what they are, dream up, dream to. Dream. Does anybody got anything to say? Real quick, I'm just gonna like check how this video sounds real quick. So I'm gonna end the video here and restart it up again just to check audio levels. Be right back. And we are back. Well, I probably shouldn't say that because that's my intro. And why do I need to be going this way? Anyway, I made myself a little bit louder because in my last video I thought it was fairly quiet. And now I adjust my microphone, so if that sounded loud, too bad. And I also got myself a drink of water. Let's head to the Forest of Myth. Oh, God, my voice. Anybody got anything to say? Yo, what is... Oh. They died immediately. Whoa. Interesting. Alright. There's so many sheep in this area. Is it just me or is this area a lot more colorful now? Oh, we're finally heading up this way. Hi, other boar. There's enemies back there. Is there? Eh, whatever. Ooh, nice door entrance to it, though. Nice doory entrance. Which is a weird place for a door, just in the middle of in a crevice. They live in trees. That seems awful.
It sure is quiet here.
Such silence bodes ill. There's trouble on the way. I'm certain of it.
You know, a little optimism now and then wouldn't hurt, Vice.
Such cheek.
Now, why is there a door right there? Who built that? At least they have this weird clockwork mailbox. Let's just save the game. Just to be safe. Alright. Let's look around first, eh? Defense capsule. Hi, what's up?
Hi there.
Alright. Strength capsule? What am I gonna need these for?
Hello?
Real bright and cheerful, Pogola.
Is this... everybody? 'Cause there's only 3 people I can see here. how many door houses are there? There's 1 door tree houses, 2, 3, and 4. This is a 5. Small village. I guess we talked to homie right here. Hey.
Beware.
What? Ooh, there's a box up there.
Beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words.
I've dealt with enough contagions in the past couple of years to, yeah.
Those who dream.
What?
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Weiss's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
The mayor stared at Nier and Weiss.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
What?
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called the Deathdream had spread across the forest of myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the Deathdream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Oh, God. It's so much larger, the text. I could read it better. Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here,
He said.
are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes,
Said the
I
mayor.
think you have.
In other words,
Said Nier.
we've caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Nier's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage. I need to say Weiss.
Ridiculous, preposterous, completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
Weiss then wondered whether or not he could fall asleep.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, then quickly changed the subject to who Nier had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village,
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream.
said the mayor.
A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
And everything's dark now. Nier and Weiss racked their brains, but could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
Okay, sure, pal. Whatever you say. The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
Whatever you say, pal. I'm just reading what the text says.
It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward, as if searching for his answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Nier like a contagion. Okay, so here we go. Wait, said Nier suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, that villager told us to watch out for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with renewed interest, pushing a startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming, or something that dreams, or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Wait, no. Let me go. I have Weiss. Grimoire Weiss. A sheep cried Vice suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment, before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Nier's face suddenly lit up. "I remember," he said. "Those who dream. That's what he said. I'm sure of it." At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Nier. "That sounds right," he said as a stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. "My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep." The mayor shook his head, a worn pencil stub tracing lines across a lone piece of paper. "For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the Deathdream," he said. "I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect people from whatever comes along. But I never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams." The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. "I should probably be taking notes or something." Vice immediately fired back. "I applaud the force of will it takes to research a disease in your dreams," he said. "But perhaps we should bend your efforts to escaping this place instead of trying to understand it." The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping the tip. "I've tried to escape. From the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream, I've been looking for a way out. But I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it." He paused for a moment, his own focused eyes staring at nothing. "My village was beautiful," he said to no one in particular, "and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever hope to meet. All 5 of them. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free." Very poetic. I guess he has been doing nothing but read for the past however long, and I won't stop trying until it happens. Nier nodded in agreement. Wait a second, I didn't nod. "Look, if we could be of any help," said Nier, "just ask." "Now hold on." What? No, it's still Nier. "Now hold on, I did not just say that." "Silence!" cried Vice. The grimoire looked from Nier to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident. Thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor. You told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it. But yet, you seemed surprised to see when we first arrived, yes?" The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. "Oh my god," he said. "You're right. You're right. I had no idea you were coming." "The human imagination is a limitless engine," said Vice, "and dreams are the fuel. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out." "Thank you," said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you." "Payment's not required. We are as eager as you to to be done with this place." The mayor suddenly felt as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. "Good luck, you two," he called at the departing forms of Nier and Vice. "We're all counting on you." Now let me just click out of the screen so I could get my timer back because I fucked something up. I forgot to start my timer again. Hold up. Okay, back at it. As Nier slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of déjà vu. I saw this man once before, he thought. But where? Something tells me we're going to be here for a while, gang. Nier's mood darkened as he trudged through the forest. Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident they could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rock seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once, he'd been forced to steady himself on the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. How many times are you falling over, guy? Additionally, Weiss was proving to be a spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Nier to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Weiss muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Nier snapped. Okay, Weiss, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk! Nier leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared out at a volume that rattled his teeth. Nier slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard, Weiss! What's going on? Nier could see Weiss's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insects screamed, the forest howled. And then, just as Nier's ears seemed ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree! 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 Shak-ka-ka-ka-ka! 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 Chee! 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 Wooma! What? Wooma! I'm just gonna keep hitting the X button until it stops making noise. I only had to hit it once. As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Nier began to detect patterns in this sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out. They were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place. Then I leave it to you to answer. 1 with it is lacking. 2 with it is ideal. 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? I mean, it's a secret. Blah. If one person has a secret, then it's not really a secret. 2 people have a secret, then, that's yeah. But if 3 people have a secret, then that's more likely no longer to be a secret anymore when one person tells somebody. A seesaw is also correct, it seems. If one person's on the side of a seesaw, then all you can really do is just jump up and down and hopefully you get some fun out of it. 2 people on a seesaw. I'm gonna go with secret because that seems more correct. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Nier sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insects stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Nier, rippling like a wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased at passing the test, Nier moved on with new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest has accepted us, huh? Said Nier after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of this forest for some happy pet you could suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Nier picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rung out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Light, right? Absurdly easy, barked Vice. Now answer it. Thanks for calling the answer easy, Vice. Yeah. Nier grit his teeth and tried not to reach out and strangle his companion. He's right after all. This one is pretty easy. I just got an alert on my phone. I'm gonna put my phone on silence. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. A bird! Sunlight, easy. Sunlight! A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Vice softly, I have never seen such a sight. I wish I could see it. Perhaps I have misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look! Cried Nier, awaking Vice from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Vice saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. That's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Nier walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open, and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large, black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Began Nier, but before he could get any further, the cloaked man held up a hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning, and 2 at noon. By the end of the night, with 3. What am I? Nier tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing here, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose, said Nier. Well, at least it's an easy one. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? A man. Because when you're young, you're crawling around as a baby. In the midlife, you're walking on 2 legs. And when you're old, you would need to have a cane to walk. It's easy. Felt I should try to explain it anyway. A man. A man! The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. With that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor! Cried Nier. The small man slowly shook his head. I am not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What does that mean? It will make sense in time. As present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the Deathdream. Now, you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Nier watched, mist seeped up from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Nier and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried. You made it. You actually made it back. His left hand grasped Nier's, and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Vice by the cover and swung him through the air. By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool! We have not even told you if you were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd ever see you again. Nier withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the Deathdream seal, he said. At least I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Nier filled him in on the details. When the tale was done, the three of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Nier cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is a futility itself. Nier and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Vice. It is words that control the Deathdream. Words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And once we do, the story will continue. With that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the first time, began the mayor, the first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had a slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener. It was clear they had awakened from their dream. Nier shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an odd voice. We did. I'm back. He blinked once more, then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. If you two have no idea how much this means. The Deathdream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to... Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it. But I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and become trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Nier and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor, with a wry smile across his lips. You shall relearn in short order, I am sure, said Vice. For now, you should return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on unsteady feet. No, I can't. Some of the villagers are still trapped in the Deathdream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village. I assume that's what you're talking about. And bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder. Oh, that was wise. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Vice. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods, the words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Nier and Vice could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Vice, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Nier mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle, and the mysterious words he had left with them. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling I'd seen you before too. Nier tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, who's talking? Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figured it's just some kind of illusion created by the Deathdream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Nier gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly, his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you
God.
so much.
I'm kind of feeling lightheaded after that. Give me a moment to sip this drink. Okay.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
Finally, eh?
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
How much would the world have changed if this is what was the disease instead of, you know, COVID?
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
I plan on it. Dark execution? Summon magical spikes from the ground to impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes.